Welcome back to the Wisconsin Dells. We are broadcasting from near the city's Riverwalk, just as for the first time since 2019, thousands of international students are set to arrive here in the Dells this summer to work. The J-1 visa program essentially shut down because of the pandemic, and Wisconsin Dells and Door County were hit the hardest. But now the program is rebounding. New numbers from the State Department show nearly 3,000 students from around the world will be here in the Dells this summer, and some 400 plus in Door County. Analysts say that's comparable to pre-pandemic levels in 2019. Tom Deal, the owner of Tommy Bartlett Incorporated, knows the program well, and he sure knows the impact of the pandemic. We talked with him here in the Dells. So let's start with the J-1 visas and how important that program is to the Dells. Where does it stand now? Are we seeing many more international workers than the height of the pandemic?
Well, let's start first with how we even got started in it. And it was about 25 years ago when we were first starting to have difficulty in the hiring process. And I made contact with the Finnish American Society in Helsinki. And a professor at UW had said, kids don't have jobs over there. And so that's how we started. It was doing real well, and all of a sudden COVID hit, and bingo, it was over with for about a year and a half.
I know that really hurt, especially with a labor shortage. So how does this summer look?
Well, I did an interview not too long ago on it and had all the data. We're going to be better than 100% of where we were in 2019 with a J-1 visa. So we shouldn't have the problem that we've had as a community, and certainly in 2020 and then even last year. Without the J-1s, our labor force can't get much higher than 60 or 70%, and it's pretty hard to run a business at that level.
I thought it was really interesting. I was reading too that there was a decent amount of Ukrainian students who would come here to work, and sadly that's not happening this year.
We have a high concentration of Ukrainian business owners here. They were the ones that started all the development and the motels in the Strip back in the early 70s. And so you had that contact, and that's how we got so many Ukrainians coming over here. And of course this year I don't think we'll have 10. And they're wonderful people and work hard, and they felt comfortable here because there were enough people that spoke their language. And so it's a real travesty.
Well, and another issue, of course, right now is inflation. You also run the Exploratory right over there. Have you had to increase prices at all because of it?
No, we haven't done it because generally speaking, every time you increase prices, then you have a decrease in business. And as long as we're making a fair profit, I saw no need for it.
When it comes to inflation, I mean, everything is costing people more right now. In your business, is there then concern that people won't spend on something like a vacation?
Well, you know, I've been here long enough and went through the Carter years, and when inflation or prime interest rate was 21%. Because of our close proximity to the major population areas, meaning Milwaukee, Chicago, and Minneapolis, people aren't going to be cooped up. They may not take the trip to Florida to go to Disney or to go to California. And so, and any kind of an interruption of the economy, we're the last to feel it and the first to get out of it. And so we'll find out this summer.
Well, and employees are now asking for more money because they can't.
You can't get by in this community without paying a minimum of $15 an hour, and you may be starting as high as $20 an hour in jobs that normally would have paid $10 or $12 an hour. So the impact has been horrific. And you know, in our business here, when the show was on, you know, about 50% of our operating costs are labor.
Let's talk about the water ski show. I mean, famous around here. People loved that attraction. You shut down permanently during the pandemic. Looking back, was that the right decision?
No question about it. In 2020, of course, we couldn't operate because Governor Evers had closed businesses down, didn't open the businesses up until just before Memorial Day. Well, in our case, you don't put the show together in 5 minutes. So we had no choice. When we made the decision last August, because we have to make the decision in August or September if we're going to run the next year, because we got so much, you know, we spend $1.5 million to get to next year. We'd already lost 19 to 20. And as it turned out, we wouldn't have had any labor. And so we could have a show open and we could perform, but wouldn't have parking lot attendants, concession people, ushers, cleanup people, or anybody else. So it just reinforced that the decision was the right one to make.
Thanks to Tom for that interview. You know, the impact of the pandemic is still being felt statewide. Let's bring Matt in again. And Matt, this is going to take several years to recover.
It is, especially when you look at revenue, right? Hotel capacity, tax revenue, all of that taken into consideration. We talked with Peggy Williams-Smith, President and CEO of Visit Milwaukee, the city and region a critical hub to the state's economy. Are you optimistic? Are you cautiously optimistic? How would you describe your feeling right now?
Well, I feel very optimistic, but I have to be cautiously optimistic because I think that my optimism sometimes takes a huge hit when we fall backwards. Right now, all of the travel data is saying that this is going to be an incredible summer for leisure travel because people are feeling more confident that they can, that COVID is regressing. And I don't mean number of cases, but what it means for their own safety. And that even with high gas prices, because people haven't traveled in the last 2 years, they've saved enough money and they want to enjoy their summer. And Milwaukee is perfectly positioned as a destination because we're within a 6-hour driving distance of 1/3 of the population.
What are you guys doing this summer to encourage people to come to Milwaukee? I know you sent flyers to residents in Minneapolis. That's new, right?
We did, yes. We did a 75,000 drop of our official visitors guide, which shows everything amazing that Milwaukee has to offer. And that was done a few weeks ago, and we even got, well, you're the one who told me. You're the one who told me that
Yes.
one of your relatives in Minneapolis showed you a picture of it. So we know that it actually went out. We're doing some marketing in Ebony Magazine. We're trying to also attract a diverse traveler. We have a lot to offer.
In terms of revenue and the money tourism brings in to the city and the state, are we back to 2019 levels?
No.
When will we get there?
Well, we'll get 2021 numbers in June, and that'll give me a better idea, but we're probably looking at 2024 before we see a full recovery to where we were in 2019, to be completely honest with you. Business travel, we're starting, I go to our hotels, I have meetings, I see people in business suits having coffee and talking to each other, which tells me that business travel is starting to rebound. But it's not nearly where it was in 2019.
With revenue projections, same thing for hotels and capacities. We're still looking at a couple years to get back to pre-pandemic levels.
Yeah, I mean, I can only make, based on conversations with hotel general managers, hotel owners, and then looking at our STAR report. Our occupancy in 2019 was 71%. And right now, March, I want to say was like 50.1%. Now, March is never at a 70% level, so it's really the summer that drives that overall year occupancy. So we'll really see what happens when we get through this summer.
How critical is it for the tourism industry to do well, not only in this region, but the state?
Well, it's critically important to our state. It's the third largest revenue producing economy in our state, and Milwaukee is the largest contributor to that economy. So it's incredibly important.
Our thanks to Peggy. All right, so here we sit and we really need to take into account things like inflation and gas prices. Adrian, Visit Milwaukee says their average tourist they track in the summer makes about $70,000 a year. So for families, they know this is going to have a huge impact.
And they can really pinpoint it. So that's interesting research, Matt. Thank you. Now coming up, those record high gas prices. Our AAA experts standing by the wild card it could play this summer.